You won't believe what just happened at Coachella 2025. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the Sahara stage came alive with electrifying energy, all eyes turned toward one name, Lisa Manoban. Fans had been counting down the days, the hours, the minutes. The anticipation wasn't just hype. It was real. The chatter online had reached fever pitch. Social media was overflowing with predictions, theories, and whispers of something big coming. And they were right. Something big did come. In fact, it was historic. The crowd was electric, buzzing with the kind of energy you could feel in your chest. The lights flickered once, twice, and then boom. The spotlight hit. There she was, Lisa Manoban, Queen of Charisma, the heartbeat of Blackpink. And tonight she stood alone. She didn't say a word. She didn't need to. Her mere presence ignited a wildfire of screams and cheers. The way she moved was sharp yet effortless. Her silhouette was enough to make hearts race. The beat dropped and instantly, Lisa transformed the Sahara stage into her personal kingdom. Every eye was locked on her. Every camera pointed her way. And from the very first beat, you knew you were about to witness something unforgettable. This wasn't just a performance. This was a declaration. Lisa Blackpink wasn't there to fill a slot in a schedule. She was there to make history. As the performance progressed, something became clear. Lisa wasn't holding back. Every move, every note, every gesture was executed with an energy that radiated power. She danced with precision but also emotion. Her mic was definitely on, there was no lip-syncing here. Her vocals soared over the crowd, crisp and clear. And as she rapped with intensity, the audience erupted, completely swept away in the moment. Then, just as the beat paused for breath and the crowd leaned in, it happened. A flicker of movement in the crowd. A familiar face, yes, it was her. Rose from Blackpink was standing among the fans, hands clasped over her mouth, visibly emotional. She wasn't on stage. She wasn't part of the set list. She was just there, supporting, beaming, cheering. And it was in that tiny, unexpected moment that the performance turned into something much more intimate. It was no longer just about a solo debut. It was about sisterhood, about legacy, about the invisible threads that tie artists and fans together. And suddenly, everyone in that sea of people understood they were part of something bigger than music. Now imagine watching that moment unfold in real time. Cameras caught Rose's smile, her pride, her joy. Lisa Blackpink caught it too. Their eyes met for just a second and the crowd roared. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't planned. It was real. And that realness, that authenticity, is what sent chills down the spines of every single person watching. Still, the surprises weren't over. Lisa's transitions between songs were smooth but unpredictable. Just when you thought she was about to slow down, she brought out a never-before-seen choreography that had fans gasping. Her moves were clean, controlled, but wild with passion. It wasn't just about technique. It was about presence. And Lisa owned every second. Camera panned across the audience, fans crying, shouting, jumping in rhythm. Some held signs, some held phones, others just held their breath. It was that kind of night. A moment when time seemed to pause. Lisa Blackpink didn't just perform. She connected. She made every person watching feel seen. With a glance, a wink, a sly smile, she created a personal bond with thousands. That's not something you can rehearse. That's something you're born with. And all of it, every single part, was going viral in real time. Clips of Lisa's mic-on vocals flooded TikTok. Memes of Rosa's surprised appearance hit Twitter within minutes. YouTube reactors were already racing to upload their takes. The hashtags #LisaCoachella, #RoseSurprise, and #QueenLisa trended worldwide before the performance was even over. But what no one could quite capture in those short clips was the atmosphere. The heat of the lights, pulse of the bass, the magic of being there. You could only understand it if you were watching from start to finish. If you stayed, if you felt it, if you let it pull you in. And let's talk about the visual styling. Lisa's outfit, bold, glittering, futuristic, was a statement on its own. A fusion of fashion and performance art. Designed to captivate, and it did. Her makeup sparkled under the lights, eyes sharp with purpose, her hair flowing like she'd stepped out of a dream and onto the world's biggest stage. As she entered the final stretch of her set, you could tell something was building. Tempo shifted. The lights changed. The dancers froze in formation. Lisa stood center stage, breathing in the energy around her. And then she gave us everything. The final track. The final moment. That one chorus that echoed so loudly it drowned out even the screams. She poured her soul into it. Her voice cracked, not from weakness but from raw emotion. She was giving the audience a piece of herself. Not a performance. A gift. And when it ended, the stage didn't go dark immediately. There was a silence. A beat. A moment to let it sink in. And then came the explosion. Cheers that felt like thunder. A standing ovation that stretched beyond the desert into the digital universe. People didn't want it to end. And maybe that's the point. Maybe it doesn't end here. Because now the question that's on everyone's mind is, what's next? If this was Lisa's solo moment, her Coachella breakthrough, then what could possibly follow? A world tour? A solo album? A surprise collaboration? No one knows. But what's clear is that Lisa has only just begun. And whatever she does next, the world will be watching. So if you made it this far, then you're one of the lucky ones. You've just experienced the full story. Not just the highlight reels. Not just the viral clips. But the full narrative of what made Lisa's Coachella 2025 performance legendary. And if you haven't seen the full video yet, now's the time. Don't miss the chance to witness a moment that will go down in music history. Be part of the movement. Be part of the memory. Be part of what comes next. And if this story moved you, if it made you feel the energy, the emotion, the impact, then do one more thing. Like this video. Share it. Subscribe for more. 'Cause Lisa's journey is just getting started. And you, yes you, are officially along for the ride. Now take a deep breath. Rewind if you want to. Watch it again. Let it hit differently the second time. 'Cause moments like this, they don't come often. But when they do, you remember them forever. The moment the screen fades to black, your mind is still racing. You're still feeling that echo, that vibration in your chest from Lisa's final note. But there's something else lingering too, curiosity. 'Cause as incredible as that performance was, something tells you this wasn't just about Coachella. This was a message. Lisa's stage wasn't just a stage, it was a platform. Canvas. A global broadcast to every corner of the internet that she's here, evolved, and stronger than ever. And the fact that she stood alone? That wasn't an accident. That was power. But the real twist in the night came from the unthinkable, Rosa's sudden appearance in the crowd. You could see it in the fan cams, the way she kept one hand over her heart and the other recording every second of Lisa's solo triumph. Not in a flashy front row seat. No VIP area. Just in the crowd with everyone else. That's not just friendship. That's loyalty. That's family. And fans picked up on it immediately. TikTok exploded with side-by-side clips of Lisa on stage and Rosa's emotional reactions in real time. Twitter fans created entire threads decoding Rosa's outfit, her facial expressions, even the moment her eyes teared up during Lisa's dance break. Was this planned? Was this spontaneous? That question is still sending shivers across fandoms. But let's rewind to something subtle you may have missed. The way Lisa glanced off stage during her final number. It was fast. A flick of her eyes. But she knew Rose was there. That tiny moment was charged with meaning. 4 long-time blinks, it wasn't just nostalgia, it was reassurance. A whisper that the bond between Blackpink members is still alive and beating, even as they grow into their own paths. And Lisa's solo choices tonight? Impeccable. Choreography was on another level. Brutal yet beautiful. Each move carefully chosen, yet delivered with the kind of reckless energy that only someone like Lisa can bring. She didn't copy anyone. She wasn't following trends. She set them. The outfit changes? Just enough to grab attention, but never to distract from the artistry. That crystal-studded bodysuit in the second set? Instantly iconic. Already trending. Already sold-out replicas. Already Halloween goals for millions of fans. And as the lights dimmed and fans screamed for an encore, Lisa did something unexpected. She stepped forward close to the crowd, took the mic and whispered, "I'll see you soon." Just 4 words. And now the world is spinning. What does soon mean? A new single? A music video? A tour? Or something even bigger? A full solo project with a storyline and concept as bold as tonight? The internet is in detective mode. Fans are analyzing every word, every gesture, every post-performance interview. Lisa didn't give answers. She gave clues. And that mystery? That's what's making people stay. That's what's keeping them glued to the screen, watching again, refreshing pages, diving deep into theory videos and reaction breakdowns. Lisa didn't just give a performance. She gave us a reason to keep watching. And if you're still here, still listening, then you're part of something massive. You're not just a viewer. You're part of the heartbeat, of the viral moment, of the future unfolding in real time. So don't stop now. And if this story moved you, if it made you feel the energy, the emotion, the impact, then do one more thing. Like this video. Share it. Subscribe for more. 'Cause Lisa's journey is just getting started. And you, yes you, are officially along for the ride. Now take a deep breath. Rewind if you want to. Watch it again. Let it hit differently the second time. 'Cause moments like this, they don't come often. But when they do, you remember them forever.